We from that cassette era, you know what I'm saying? That purple tape era, that Nas Illmatic era, that Dr. Dre, Chronic, Snoop Dogg era, you know what I mean? We bouncing all over the place with this right here. We taking it from the south, from the west to the east, to the north, Midwest. We taking this globally, man. Like, you gotta see that. Like, we going all over the place with this, man. Europe, shout out to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to New Zealand, Australia. Yo, we going everywhere with this. This is that real. You looking for that real hip hop? You need that real hip hop in your life? You need the International Reem Supreme Show.
Yeah, we're gonna hop right into it. There's no, hesitation on this one. We are in the building with STAHHR, y'all, and y'all know how I do. When I have a guest, I gotta kind of walk y'all through it, and I'm gonna keep this one short because this conversation is gonna be long. For anybody that's rocking with us on audio, as far as like streaming services, like Amazon Music and Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout, all that good stuff, we appreciate you. Those who are rocking with us on YouTube, I would like to talk about the small victory we got that means so much to me. We made our first 100 subs. Thank you.
I think
Are you number 100? Oh, shit.
I think I might be.
Thank you.
I was either 99 or 100. So
So the funny shit is, listen, yo, I was refreshing my phone all fucking day waiting on that 100.
Well, I did it like this afternoon or maybe this morning, so I don't know. I'm either 99 or 100 though.
All right, well, we're gonna assume that you're 100 because I was eyeballing it. And right before you jumped in there, I was gonna say whoever's the 100th, because I can't tell, because normally you get like notifications or whatever. I didn't get a notification on this one. So if you think or you know, we'll send you out a free dope t-shirt. So now you get the free dope t-shirt.
Yes. Well, give it to something. Give it to
don't say that before you see it. Don't say that before you see it. When you see it, you're gonna want the shirt.
Well, okay. Well, I was either 99 or 100 because I did look.
So, for me, man, again, if y'all rocking with us, thank you. Going into my journey to STAHHR, let me see. This is early 2000s for me. This is definitely in the period of LimeWire downloads and computer crashings.
Forsake God for the sin of a man. Sacrifice a whole life for a slice. Overstand, maybe it's a lack of pigment. Loneliness, imagine figment. Only got the car kitted to pull extra cheese in it. Damn, Jody.
I got wind of MF Doom, and I can't really remember how at the moment. But when I did, I was instantly captured by Doom. First off, I would start digging and find out he's from Long Island, so of course I'm proud about that. Yeah. He was just anti everything. You know what I'm saying? He would talk about how he would chew up an MC and spit out his gold chain and all kind of fly shit. And one of my favorite songs from him, he was like teasing all the superheroes for wearing tights and his little bang and shit or whatever. And again, man, just fell in love with Doom as a character, as a lyricist, and as a producer. And I heard a song and I heard a female just rip it. She was like, still dope. No change, still bringing the pain.
Times will quit stressing, still dope. Vibrant natural game, no ring, no chain, still bringing the pain, still dope. Got no choice but to cope. Listen, take notes, I'm showing you the ropes.
Still dope. And I was like, yo, she's dope. And that moment, it was pretty on and popping from there. Fast forward, I would start to follow her on social media like everybody else do. If you know you should. I'll make sure to post all this stuff in the edit and everything. And I started to realize that she was more than just an MC, that she was part of a community in hip hop. And that's one of the reasons, if not, one of the reasons why I invited her to be on the show. She's rubbed elbows with some of your favorite MCs. She's watched them grow. She's praised them. I also respect her for her stance that she takes in hip hop and how she has this Queen Latifah-ish, Woman's First-ish, Lauryn Hill-ish kind of demeanor to her, but still in her own separate lane. So without further or more, to hell with what I got to say, I want to start talking to Star. Star, what up?
What up? Like, wow, that's pretty huge. I'm like, woo, I got a lot on my back right now. Like, word. But I can carry. That is a freaking honor, yo. Thank you. I love hearing how people, come to find out about my artistry and my music, especially with me being like a super indie underground artist. Even though I have had exposure on a major level, I've still really stayed really indie, my entire career. So it's a delicate dance balance to have like 1 foot in and 1 foot here, firmly rooted here, but still have access to other lanes. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And from a man's standpoint, I gotta admit, and I'm sure Shah could co-sign this. The last thing we want to do is look like stalkers, right? There's such a thin line between being a fan and being a stalker. And
oh yes.
And me and Shah is from that era where you see the girl in the mall, you build up your courage to go holler at her, and you go holler at her, right? So now today, imagine me coming up to you being like, yo, on the gram, my name is Reem 500.
I seen some of them photos that you posted, and I liked a couple.
Yo, not even. Yo, I know you just got back from England yesterday, so how was your trip?
Yeah.
Not really. On that note, we know that you was overseas in England before the whole pandemic got popped off.
Yes.
For you.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh my God, yo, I did the B-Sides Hip Hop Festival in Birmingham, England, last May. Big up to my brother Juice Aleem, who is a legend. Hip hop in Birmingham, legend. And he brought me over for the festival, and I actually headlined the show that I did with 2 other sisters, Ty from Senegal by way of Paris, and then Eugen Blackrock from South Africa. So, it is the 3 of us that headlined, the after party of the festival.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And it was just like, I was walking down the street in Birmingham, like people knew who I was, just walking around on my own, like, oh, Star, like, we're so excited to have you here. Like, people, knew the lyrics when I was performing. Like, when we were dropping the beats, they were just going crazy. And I'm like, wow, these people know my music. They know my catalog. They're excited. I just, the love that I received, it's just like, I want to go overseas even more. It was just really dope. Like, the appreciation that they have for the grassroots, pure, unadulterated hip hop is just, I felt like I was back in the 90s.
Wow.
That's
it was
dope.
that level of love and appreciation.
That's dope.
It was a wonderful experience. And it was my first time in England, so.
So how is it like, building with these 2 other artists from these 2 other countries? Because I'm sure y'all spent some time getting to know each other.
Yes. So, like, Ty is amazing. She raps in French, she raps in English, and she raps in Wolof, which is a language, a Senegalese language. And she's a producer. So her sound is like some Sun Ra Afro-futuristic. Like, she was just amazing, right? And then Yugen has done some really major stuff. She was on the Black Panther soundtrack. She had a song on the Black Panther soundtrack. She is like this super lyrical, just, I mean, taking heads, but like a real, like, well, she's real smooth with it, but like she's so super lyrical, esoteric, metaphysical, just like, and we just instantly connected. Like, I mean, I stayed in touch, you know, Ty and I still talk, you know, me and Yugen still talk. I mean, we really, it's like I met sisters that I never knew, that like grew up in another part of the world, and when we met, it was just like natural, you know. That was really dope, because Yugen was like, she's a fan of mine, you know, so I'm just like, wow, I'm a fan of yours too. So I was like, I wasn't familiar with Ty prior to going over there, so that was dope. So knowing that I have this extended family now, if I go to South Africa, I got a sister there. From when I go to Paris, when I go to Senegal, I got a sister there. All through the music, you know.
Yeah.
So it was dope.
It's so crazy how different genres of music and all music in general, like when it hits your soul, it moves you in a way that you don't even understand the language.
Right, and exactly, because with Ty, I had no idea what she was saying, but I felt it.
Yeah, that's that.
I was like, word, I knew she was spitting. I just had no idea what she was saying, but I knew.
I had that same experience. I went to Paris in 2018. I flew out there for my wife's birthday. We celebrated, and we went to what's it called? It starts with an L. It's like it's one of their shows out there. Lobby or something like that, whatever it may be. It's one of their shows, and we went, and you know, it was a beautiful experience. And like you said, you know, I have no idea, but I know she can sing, and she's singing her ass off. So that's a pretty dope experience to have, yo. For real, for real. I've been able to travel. Compared to my goal list, it's a little bit, right? But I gotta tell you, it was a different vibe out there. We went in August, and the weather was still feeling like it was like a New York fall almost.
Okay.
And it gave me an opportunity to laugh about what's going on over here, because with the whole jet lag thing and the body, you know, your body being accustomed to sleeping at a certain hour, I would end up, you know, hanging out late in my room, because, you know, my body can't function and go to sleep.
Right.
So I was laughing at a lot of shit like, I got stuck with Trump.
So silly.
You know. So yeah, but that's a whole nother thing.
Nah, I feel you. I went to, actually the first place I went, because I've only been out twice, but I went to I went to Toronto, so Toronto counts. But I went to Oslo, Norway for a hip hop festival in 2010. Yeah, and that was like a next level. That was really next level. I mean, because that was my first experience, and it was so dope. It set the precedent. Like, okay, this is how I have to be treated or better every time somebody went. Oh, it was off the chain. Yeah, Oslo was something else.
So why do I think you're from Brooklyn?
I'm glad you asked that question. Okay, the reason why you think that is because probably since the age of like 15 or 16, I have been submerged in the culture and people and music of that particular region. Friends, boyfriends, friends' parents that treat me like family. And a lot of my musical influences are also from Brooklyn. So I'm a Southern girl. I know that shocks a lot of people, but I've never had a heavy Southern accent. I always had a really non-regional accent, and I just absorbed. I mean, I'm around these people all the time. I'm dating guys from here. They rubbed off on me. So that's, you know, STAHHR. When STAHHR kicks in, she's heavily influenced, and I always give it up. And I've never, you know, claimed to be from there. But that's one of my other homes, and I get a lot of love there. So that I was so drawn, and people from there were so drawn to me. I just they rubbed off on me.
So, I was in Tampa back in April, and I got a chance to chop it up with obviously with Shave Shack Shy and another one of our he was like a mentor to us growing up. His name is Diverse.
Okay.
And Diverse and Respect to God were two dudes who formed a group, crazy lyrical, and we got a chance to build with Diverse about this whole Go Talk series. And it was actually an idea of his, and when he said to me, break it down into 7, and I said,
right,
that was the whole thing. That and the point you did was to say and point that me and Sha did, and Sha started talking like, yo, this conversation could really be effective and really change things. So I sat on it for a while. Like, when you have something so good, you kind of get a little nervous about it. I got a little nervous about it, and we did our first episode, right? So just to kind of bring you up up to speed. We broke down from 79 to, what was it, 86?
86.
And we came up with names like Cool Mo D, of course, Run DMC,
Paz,
Houdini, and these things were great. But the one thing I wanted to focus on, because I feel like it's going to be the most competitive, is not really that far back. I think we can chop that up pretty well. But I want to focus on the 90s era. I want to focus on the Onyx of the world. Of course we got Wu-Tang, but
Redman.
What do we do with Redman, right? So here's the thing. Shall I break down the qualifications for this?
Okay, so we're doing cultural impact. We're doing longevity and lyrical content. Well, longevity, those are the 3.
Now,
okay.
One thing, this just popped in my head. This is why it's like an ongoing thing. Lyrical content. I don't know if we ever really picked lyrical content apart. And Star, this is another reason why I really was hoping when I threw this Hail Mary bomb that you would catch it and accept it, because you are lyrical. You are bar for bar. And, one of my peoples has said to me, yo, Reem, reach out to MCs. There's no better person to judge an MC than an MC.
Exactly.
So when it comes to lyrical content, and my audience know I keep it 100. Those who are listening to me on audio know I piece it real well together when we get all chopped up like this. So we got 5 minutes before we got to hop back in, right? When it comes to lyrical content, what do you look for in an MC?
All right. If I learn something, if you put me onto something that I never heard of before and it makes me go and research it or look it up, if you talk about things I already know about, that I know you had to do a certain level of studying, right? And then for it to actually make sense, not just you throwing words together because it sounds fine, clever, but it's actually connected. Like your bar actually connect with it. Because anybody can say something fly, but if it really connects and it makes sense. And then you don't even have to be necessarily complicated to be lyrical either.
Right.
Your wordplay, the wordplay, the words you choose to rhyme. Like, do you do triple? Do you do double? Do you do, quadruples? I look at all of that. Substance. And even if your substance is, you're talking about the street shit, if you're talking about it in an eloquent, detailed, creative, clever way, you're still lyrical.
Right.
So when you explain that, who came up, the first person that popped in my head was Ka.
I love Ka. He's, woo. See, people discount, you should never discount the simplicity of an artist because it is such a master skill to simplify something. It is way more difficult to simplify something than to complicate it. If someone has simplified something, that is a master. That is a master. It is, and on a lot of levels. And Ka be talking about some real shit. I like Ka a lot. Ka is actually a perfect example of that. Yes.
I'm stuck on Descendants of Cain. I'm gonna keep it thorough right now. I'm stuck on that. I put it up against Conway's from a King to a God. Right now, those are kind of battling for my attention right about now.
Okay.
And you know, the thing about the Ka album versus the Conway album is, you know, with Conway it's loud, it's in your face, you know what I'm saying, and you're gonna get this motherfucking work. And with Ka on the opposite side, it sounds like I should have on some silk. I should be burning some sage. The children shouldn't be in the room, and we should break bread and pray in between every song.
Nah, I mean, that Ka album, when it first came out, that was something that I listened to a lot, and he came out like right around that, like the Corona shit had just kind of really, yeah.
You ain't had nothing better to do.
And I feel like that album got overlooked a lot because of the time that it came out, but that's one of the best albums that came out this year.
So that's another thing that we're going to have a hard time with, and I hope that we can invite you back to argue that with us on who's the end of the year best top 10 albums. I know last month I did a list of 10 albums that I thought was really dope. You know, matter of fact, we're going to record this week our pick 7 that we call it, where we picked the best 7, you know, albums. Another one of my new favorite bad guy is Nims. You familiar with Nims?
Yes. Nims had to grow on me, but I like Nims, and that last album he put out was dope.
I'm saying.
He has range. Nims is lyrical. He is.
I'm saying. My man said, I rob niggas in my building, walk by them every day.
He's a wild boy, but
I believe him, Star.
I really appreciated that project. I mean, because again, I had, you know, at first when I saw him, I was like, who is this white boy to keep dropping the N-word? Because I didn't know who he was. So I had to go and listen to him, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. He is not white at all.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So Nims is currently my favorite bad guy right now. I need a bad guy in the chamber when I'm in my cars. I need somebody who's going to remind me, again, just, you know, where I came from, you know, how it is, and somebody that's, you know, real enough to say something like, I rob niggas in my building and I walk by them every day. Yo, I'm at Walmart with Melinda. I started laughing about the bar, right? I'm going fucking bananas laughing. Because in my head, I envision shit because, you know, I'm imaginative. So in my head, right, I'm seeing this big dude run up on this little dude. Like, he ain't really little. He's just smaller than him. And he's like, hey, yo, son, give me your shit. And he's like, yo, Taekwondo, I know that's you, girl. Why you fucking with me, man?
Hilarious.
Yo, you know my uncle, man. Y'all cool, man.
That's silly.
Yeah, so shout out to Nims, my favorite bad guy right now. And those are pretty much like the 3 artists I'm rocking with. I love Action Bronx's new album also. I'm a fan of Action. because when I judge MCs, I'm judging MCs based off the cloth that I'm from. You got to be able to rock the party. You know what I'm saying? Ghostface Killer, he can rock a party. You know what I mean? Jada got joints like let your what was it? Knock yourself out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jada can rock a party. So for me, I agree with you a lot when you break down substance about something that's going to make me think, something that's going to you know, just want me to quote that bar. You know, the Black Star album got me through a lot. So yeah, so you know, with everything that we're doing with the Go Talk series, the 90s is the most difficult part for us to talk about, simply because there's so many different MCs that came out during that time that made a really great impact. So, Star, what I want to do now is you know, just try to cut to the chase, man. Yo, Shy, you got the 2 eras in the 90s on you? Like, you have the flyer?
What flyer? On my actual phone. I'm using it for Zoom. I don't have it.
Okay.
Where
Let me
is it? It's on. I'm on my laptop though.
So we got from 95 to 2002.
Yeah, that's what it make you do. That's what it make you do.
From 95 to 2002. Now, mind you, there's going to be people who made the cut from 94, but the things that we have to remember is when the album came out. So, like, let's take Nas, for instance, right? Nas, he didn't really make the 94 cut. He makes the 95 cut, even though his album dropped in 94. Am I mistaken on that? Right? So his album dropped late 94, but he was hot by the time 95 picks up, right? So I guess we can really start with Nas and move forward. So
you see what I'm wearing, so.
No!
So, yes, let's.
Yo, matter of fact, I really wanted to big you up. Shout out to, is it CMNY?
Yeah, Classic Material New York. Yes.
Classic Material New York. Yo, go visit their website.
Yes, big up Carlos.
Word up, yo. His designs, his t-shirts, his hats, everything. The whole site is dope as fuck, yo. Shout out to him. Matter of fact, Shaw's rocking one of their competitors.
Oh. I see the OG hat. I see it.
OG in the building. So yeah, so we got Nas, we got Jay, we got Big. Because again, you know, going by our qualifications, lyrical content, cultural impact, and longevity, right? So these dudes don't have the longevity to compete with the class of, hold on, let me keep this in front of me. With the class of 87 and 94, and that's cool. Right. But we got some groundbreaking artists, man. Outkast is that year, if I'm not
What
mistaken.
about Busta Rhymes? Like, I know Busta came with Leaders of the New School, but his solo didn't drop till 96. So would Busta be in that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know where you were when The Coming came out. I was on Long Island when The Coming came out. I was ready for The Coming when The Coming came out. Pause. Pause. I know that sounded crazy. But me and Shy, that was our freshman year of high school.
Okay.
Yes.
No. I'm tripping. 94 was our freshman year. So 96, we're sophomores at the time.
Yeah, and I graduated in 94. So I was in college when The Coming came out.
So by now, Redman is still here. Redman is banging by now, though.
That's my favorite MC, actually. I don't know if y'all knew that.
I had no idea.
Redman and Nas are like 1 and 2, and it's so hard to like. That's my top 2.
You mentioned him quick, early, in the beginning. Right. I heard early. My ear was like, I heard, oh, what, the album? Oh, Muddy Water? Oh,
yes. Yes, There's a Dark Side. Yes.
Yeah.
So I was playing Muddy Waters today. Real talk on everything.
Yeah, like Red. I mean, the reason I rhyme, like he is even before Nas. So that's why I gotta like Red is like number one, because when I first started rhyming, that was the MC that, oh shit, like that's who got me. And I met him early also in my career. Like I wasn't even serious yet. I mean, I would say it's still my career because I'm just starting to write and rhyme or whatever. But I met him in '93. He did a promo show out here for the album. So I got to meet him like I hadn't even been writing for a year yet. And that was 92 that I met. That shit was 92. It was 92 because it was my junior year. Crazy, yes. So he has a huge influence on me as an MC.
Wow.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah. What's your favorite Redman album?
It is a toss-up between Dare and Muddy Waters. It's really hard to choose because some days it's like it's Dare, and then others it's Muddy Waters.
So
it's hard. It's hard to choose.
So the reason why I'm a fan of Action Bronson is because of Redman. What I argue with people about Action, take the vocals away, man. He's not saying anything that the God would say. You can't copy the God, man. Ghost is Ghost, man.
Ghost.
But because of Red and because of Dare was spooky, it was comedic. You had Uncle Quilly on that motherfucker, Superman lovers on there. You know, by the time you get to like Doc's the Name and the later albums,
right,
he already has a brand of Redman albums you're gonna get. Like, you're not gonna. The only time Red stepped out of his box with me is when he did Reggie, and I think he knew that he was stepping out of his box to try to capture a different market. That, you know, he reached.
See, I never listened to Reggie. I gotta be honest. I never listened to it.
So you listened to what was it? The other Muddy joint he did, one of his more recent ones.
He didn't do Muddy Waters 2 yet.
Nah, so this was something different, man.
There Shout was out to Malpractice, Doc's the Name.
I'm about to find this. Shout out to my man JC, because he would be shouting this out at me right now. It's not on Tidal. That's it.
What's the name of it? I know Malpractice.
It's Mud something.
What came after that one?
He didn't drop anything else. That was his last one. Well, he got these two mixtapes. He got Power Up and Kill.
Malpractice was the last one?
No, absolutely not. Red Gone Wild came out after Malpractice.
Red Gone Wild. Okay. And
Red Gone Wild, and then there was another one called Mud something. Was it an EP?
He didn't do Muddy Waters 2 yet though, but
Mudface.
Yes. Thank you.
I heard, you know, like a lot of the singles and stuff that he did and the freestyles that he was doing or whatever. You know, he threw a lot of like when he rapped over the Usher beat. And some of the shit he's done over the last couple of years. I don't remember that the one that you're talking about though, because I know we're waiting on Muddy Waters too, but we haven't gotten it yet.
Would you say it was called Shot Mudface?
Mudface, yeah.
I didn't hear that one.
That's the one.
I gotta take the L on that one, because once I started having children, certain albums I missed.
And that's why we do this show. We do it for you, Star.
Yeah, for real.
Boy, I have a vacuum of about 3 years where I missed a whole lot of music. Like, where'd that come from?
Wow.
So we got Nas, Redman,
Busta.
Huh?
Busta.
Right. We got Busta. We got to put Busta on there.
Black Thought.
No, Black Thought was Roots.
That was
he don't. So that would have been before.
Nah,
Yeah, that would have been.
But that's
94.
cool. But Roots were in the last. No. You could do Roots, and I can tell you why. Roots could be added to the category because even though their album came out in '94 or Organox, and then
Well, the second album, Do You Want More, came out in 94. Do You Want More was 94. The other one was like I think 93, 92 maybe. That first one.
But see, I could. I want to put them in 95 only because I don't think they got popping as far as popularity.
They
as
didn't.
Group
They didn't really
95.
get popping until like when they did Philadelphia.
yeah, that was a crazy album.
Philadelphia was so dope. Yo, that's one of them joints you just put on and yo, you know where you was at and you right back in that zone. You know?
Yes. Yeah, see, the longevity piece is so there's so many women, but I'm like, damn, they have the longevity. And that's the hard.
So I don't know about that because MC Light still had longevity.
Yeah, Light did, but she was before that era.
True.
You know, Light was really, I mean, 89, 88, 89, 91, 92.
So what about Queen Latifah?
Latifah was 89, 92. You remember? Because All Hail the Queen came out like 89.
Okay.
I mean, Rod Digger. Yeah.
Digger was late 2000s though. I think Digger's gonna miss it by a smidgen.
Dirty Harriet, because she had the feature on the Fugees in 96, but Dirty Harriet didn't drop till 2000.
And what
she was still fit.
No, she makes it. She makes it 95.
Yeah, she was still fit. 2000.
Yeah, she still fits. So, but here's the thing though. Are we giving it to a? I want to make sure I make this clear. I want to put Rod Digger there, but in order to put Rod Digger there, we first got to break down that she get past Foxy and Kim.
Well, yeah, that's a. I mean, you got to put Kim in there, and you got to put Foxy in there. Unless people, I mean, you know, the most debated thing is did they write their lyrics? Blah, blah,
that's true.
You know, but I mean, if you weren't in the room, you don't really know what went down. Right. And I've seen Kim defend the fact that she's written. I've seen people defend, like I sat in the studio with Kim and I watched her write. So, I mean, a lot of people try to use that one to, you know, not count a lot of women. Because they could, but a lot of men had ghostwriters, but they don't want to talk about that though.
Yeah, you know, actually LL popped a couple of bubbles last year about who he wrote for and stuff like that. Hell, shit. You know who I would love to know who wrote for who? I would love to know who Skills wrote for.
Wow.
Because he's thrown out there so many times about how he's ghostwritten.
Right.
I don't think he did 3 or 4 songs and started bragging about it. I think he's written a bunch of hits that we don't know.
I mean, STAHHR, the Prince is like that too. You know, he started as a ghostwriter. He wrote for didn't Consequence write for people?
Yes, Cons was huge across Kanye's albums, and from my understanding, so the funny shit was I had a chance to sit in on a podcast to review Travis Scott's last album. I trashed it for all of the reasons why I needed to trash it. It's not my form of hip hop or my cup of tea. What I didn't know was STAHHR wrote the album.
Really?
So to me, I was like, yo, it justified my whole opinion. It wasn't you to begin with.
Wow. Okay.
And because of that, you know, one of our latest episodes, we had my homegirl. She's a entertainment lawyer, and I wanted to talk about some of the myths behind the money part of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to dispel the truths about when you first sign your deal and how that money is really broken down. Because you let the videos tell it, you get a deal and you rich. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to keep that in mind whenever we're talking about MCs and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, the reason why I'm rocking with Nims is because I believe that Nims robbed people in his building and he walks past them in the lobby. I believe that he's
very convincing. I mean, I don't think he could say that like that if he didn't do it. I agree.
Man, like I believe he robbed Taheem and then held the door for his mother the next day. Like, I believe that dude. So that's kind of where that gets in. So I kind of want to put Kim and Foxy on the same, let's say, entry number, right? I want to put them as a slash because of the cloud. You know, did Foxy write her own shit too? You know, I could go across a couple of, well, she only had like 2 good albums, but, you know, I could go through a couple of songs and features where it just didn't seem like it added up. And for her participation on the Firm album, you know, nigga, you see.
So then, I mean, you're saying that Foxy wouldn't get the longevity. Kim would get the longevity, though.
True. So we got to take Foxy off because Kim got real longevity. Foxy just had the impact. But all right, so we got Nas, Redman, Busta, The Roots, Kim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got two more spots to discuss. Now, I'm still willing to unpack the.
What
no,
about?
I think Kim may just.
What about Well, Dell would have been in '94.
Wait. Kim or Missy?
That's a. I mean, yeah, because I mean, whether people want to, I mean.
Or do we say Kim and Missy?
Yeah, that Missy thing is really interesting because some people don't want to give her MC credit.
Yeah, they more like she's like a singer crooner kind of, but she's a lyricist.
So what? So because she was drinking before Drake.
Missy is an MC. She is.
Right. She was drinking before Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can't take that from her.
Nope.
I mean, it busts a lot of people bubble. A lot of the backpackers probably don't want to give it up to her. But I mean,
I'm saying, who we gonna give it to? Yo-Yo, Lady of Rage. Yo-Yo ain't got the albums. Lady of Rage ain't got the albums.
No, and I mean, I wish Rage did because she's so fucking dope. It doesn't make any sense.
Great.
Just how dope she really is.
Right.
I mean. That's the hard part with so many women. I mean, because even with Lauren, I mean,
Fugees. Lauren was hard, yo. Remember when it wasn't the Score. It was the album before the Score.
Yeah, the
Nappy Heads. Was that what it was called?
It was something. It was called something else. Because they were the Translator crew. What was the name of that album? I don't even remember what the name of the album was. I just know that the Nappy Heads was a remix. Like the one we got, it was the remix version.
Remix, yeah, and that shit was crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
Production, lyrics.
Crazy. Yo, do you remember J. Rue the Damager coming for them?
I remember seeing that I remember the song Black Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw like they were somewhere being interviewed and him and Lauren were going back and forth. What were they talking about? I just remember him and J. Rue and Lauren were like going back and forth. I mean, she was standing her ground. You know what I mean?
I forgot what it was over. You know what it was over? It was over the term dirty rotten scoundrel. It was over that term because he was calling himself that, and I think one of them in the Fugees had referenced that, and it just wasn't a good look. But shout out to J. Rue. Wrath of the Math is one of my all-time greatest. I still rock with it today. For anybody who haven't heard that album, listen to the intro and meditate on that.
It's a very dope album. Yeah, it's a very dope album.
I'm gonna put Missy and Kim as 2 different entries because I'm not about trying to replace. I just want to make the best choice.
What about Pharoah Monch?
Pharoah Monch, I feel like Monch got the street cred, but not enough to make the list. Cause we still got Jay in that era.
Yeah, but he's got the lyrics and he has, I mean, I feel like he has cultural impact, but maybe not the same level as Jay-Z, not the same level as Jay-Z, but I mean, nobody don't remember, get the fuck up.
But that's based off of a single. You got him competing with, you got Monch competing with Nas and Redman for the hottest single.
Yeah, I mean, damn, you right.
Yeah.
So I love him. I went to go see Pharoah Monch when he came out here to Houston to perform at Warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, any chance I could get in front of the God, I'm there, bro. So, you know, this ain't nothing personal. This is real business. Word up.
Gotcha.
Oh, you know who I mentioned? And J. Rue, man. Where's J. Rue? Where is it? Where we at?
Same
with that?
thing.
I mean, if you're talking about cultural impact, that changes because that is a key piece. I mean, cultural impact is huge. You can be a dope lyricist, but did you have the cultural impact? Yeah, you're right. I mean, so that does change a lot of things. So you got to give it to both Kim and Missy because the cultural impact and the longevity.
Carry, yeah, those they carry, but I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, I mean, they both pulled it off lyrically. They're both two dope female artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're nasty, or whether you're talking more pop, you know what I'm saying? They're both still explaining a story, ways putting together a picture. So, you know.
And it's not like they needed each other neither. Like when they started, you know, doing the song here and the songs there with each other, it was more out of love and sisterhood rather than, you know, I'm trying to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? So I have to, you know, again, give them separate, you know, slots.
So then back to Lauren then, I mean, because the argument with her is always, well, the album that she did wasn't a totally hip hop album.
Very true.
The follow-up album really wasn't either, but a lot of people have Lauren on a GOAT tier.
Can't do it, Star. I can't sleep with that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I believe because of the celebrity she was up to this point, right before this album is released. Who her reputation at that point, who she was in the culture, and that she was finally doing this solo record. I don't believe once she turned it in that the record company knew what to do with it.
Right.
You couldn't call it R&B because she's a hip hop artist. And you couldn't call it hip hop because she's singing and doo-wopping through the whole thing.
Right.
So what do we do with this? Oh, we gotta call it hip hop because it's Lauren. The Fugees just came off as selling a gazillion million, you know, records.
Right.
So I think if it came out today and they had to market that album today, it would be marketed as a hip hop R&B album, but it would be more R&B.
I mean,
man, fuck the Grammys, man.
Yeah, that's always my thing because I'm like, I mean, that's undeniable. But I like, as an MC, I want an MC album. Like I want to hear an MC album, like a completely MC album. I need that. I need it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now. We on the number 7 Star. What you got? And you still ain't put Jay-Z on your list.
Nope.
I mean, y'all already said Jay-Z.
No. This ain't about us. This is about you.
These are my choices. These are my choices.
These are your 7 gods. These are your 7 gods of the 90s.
Of course, Jay-Z. Of course, Jay.
So you're seven, right?
Fitting all that criteria. Of course, Jay got to be on there.
So you're 7, and we can start the changes anytime you get uncomfortable.
Right, here we go.
I mean, I want to say Ghostface, but I mean, you talking about cultural impact. Wu-Tang had cultural impact. Ghostface is one of my favorite MCs. So
True.
Andre 3000 is also, and Outkast definitely had the cultural impact. And I know we didn't put them on. Outkast. Hello.
So I'm saying, who you want to start swapping out?
All right, who do I have?
Okay. Hold on. Star, I gave you a heads up that you was gonna be in this predicament, right?
Wow.
I told you. Look at your face. Look. Yes.
Oh,
Reem.
I mean, Redman, Nas, Outkast are a must. That's gotta happen. Fuck. But then I guess like Dell was already before 94, so I gotta let the Dell. Yeah, Dell. I know Dell should have been Hyro. Yeah, Dell had to be in the 94 bracket. He had to be.
Yeah, but he ain't got the impact though. Shout out to Dell. Love him.
He's the grandfather of hieroglyphics. Like,
I'm
what
saying,
do you mean?
Hyro ain't got the impact neither. Amongst us, he and they do. According to this list and the criteria, they ain't got it.
Man, Dell got like 20 albums.
So you switching out Busta for Outkast for Busta?
I can't get rid of Busta. Hold on, who do
you switching Outkast for the Roots?
Yeah, which one you switching?
I mean, the Outkast. I'm from the South. Outkast got to be on the list just for what personally for me what they represented and what they did for the landscape of hip hop music. Outkast got to be on the list, bro.
I just ordered the Atlians vinyl for my collection.
ATLians.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, ain't nowhere in the world Outkast is not on that list. Like, Outkast got to be on that list. There's no way.
Are you taking the Roots off for Outkast?
I mean, impact-wise, you don't think the Outkast is more impactful than the Roots? Think about it.
You know what? You have been around a lot of New Yorkers. I'm gonna tell you why. You know how to turn them tables quick. This ain't about me. This is about you.
But I mean, I didn't know that this was my list. I thought we were just discussing people. So now,
Here we go.
There's no way I cannot have Outkast on my personal list. That's not possible. So who do I have? Redman, Nas,
Busta,
The Roots, Kim, Missy, and Jay-Z.
Yeah, somebody gotta go because Outkast gotta be on that list.
So who you want to go?
And one of the women is gonna have to be one of the women is gonna have to go.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah, this is real.
Yeah. Well, cultural impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna. That's part of the criteria. Mm-hmm.
Come on, I mean, Outkast created a word, ATLians. You crunk. Come on, they changed the friggin' vernacular. Shout it. Like, I mean, they put that shit on the map. People from everywhere. Come on, man. That's Outkast, yo. It's Outkast. There's no way Outkast is not on that list.
Yeah.
We agree with you. All we need to learn from you now is.
I mean, and this is no disrespect to Missy Elliott at all, but when I think of a hip hop artist, she's not a woman that would come to me before a lot of other people. Granted, she has impact. Not taking that from her, but if I had to choose between Missy and Outkast, Missy would have to go for certain. Because Outkast, and you had Goody Mob came up out of Outkast and the whole dungeon. There ain't no way in the world Outkast. I mean, Ain't no way that they not on the list. Ain't no way.
Ooh.
Who you going with?
All right, so I got Nas, Redman. Damn. But then, nah, but Redman did. So we can't even, fuck, this is not easy. And then the Roots. Damn, but see that Malik, yeah, fuck.
Grammy Award winners.
Yeah, but I mean, on some hip hop shit, we don't care about Grammys. I never let a statue tell me how nice I am.
But these accolades do factor in.
Saying, you know that.
I agree.
They might factor in for you, but they might not factor in for Star.
No, true, right. But facts is facts.
I mean, to me, winning a Grammy don't mean that you're culturally impactful, but knowing the Grammy Academy, knowing how that shit works. Because they don't got nothing to do with fans. That's the Academy.
Listen,
but I hear you.
We all saying the 90s and 90s and 90s, right? I'm going to throw a shit in here that I haven't mentioned, that nobody has mentioned, that wouldn't even be a mention, but has cultural impact. And his name is Will Smith.
Yeah, but he was in the 80s, 90s, early 90s.
Early 90s, what, 93?
Oh,
I mean, When the Parents Just Don't Understand came out like,
late
what,
80s.
92? Like,
nah,
90,
that was
90?
I think that was like 88, 89.
Yeah, Will should have been,
all of that.
yeah.
Okay.
However, culturally impactful he was deeper into the 90s, though.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying as far as...
he had more TV fame than he had rap fame at that point.
And that is
you know
also
what I'm saying?
true. And that is also true.
That is true. That he is one of those rare artists. Well, not rare, but one of the many artists that have crossed over. So,
look, I didn't learn the words to Welcome to Miami. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know the words. What song is that?
But you know the song exists, though.
Nah, I know a bunch of songs exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let me start pulling it in my alternative rock bag. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying, even if we didn't listen to Will in the 90s, his impact, because every movie, you know, he did a song.
Yeah, even that shit with Cisco.
All right, damn. So, fuck. Sorry. Is this all gonna be part of?
Oh yeah. And you know what? We running down into our last 2 minutes, so we're gonna have to tap back in if you would like, because you know I know it's getting a little late. But I love that you've gone from hey, I'm chilling out with the guys to I am stoned.
This is the series I'm gonna do it to you. This is the series that's gonna really have you rack your brain and think about.
But we're talking about the impact throughout that whole period from 95 to 2002.
Nah, it's just all the artists who came out in that era.
In those times.
And they had to be impactful. They had to have dope lyrics, and they had to have, you know, they could be in they strive as far as longevity by this point or in this time frame.
Yeah, because I mean,
like Nelly is somebody you can argue.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't, and I guess that's my bias because I'm thinking of like emcees. That's why the whole Missy thing is. I'm like, yeah, I mean, she an MC, but
Nelly wasn't singing like Missy and them was singing.
Right, but I mean, is Nelly an MC or is he a rapper?
You know, he did have that battle with KRS-One. I don't know how you want to look at that.
Yeah, I mean, he did battle, so that is some MC shit. But I mean, Missy is really more of a rapper, though, if you think about it.
You saying Missy is more of a rapper than Nelly?
Wow.
Did you hate country grammar that much, Star?
Wow. Yeah.
No, we're talking about MCs versus rappers now. Now we in a whole different. Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Yo, Shy, you on mute.
Damn.
There we go.
There you go.
Cause then we have it. So what? Biggie was in the 94, I'm gonna guess Biggie got 94, right?
Well, remember, so Biggie is 94.
Okay.
So, you know, he's definitely list deserving. But then you would have to make another shift in your list.
Yeah, and then I mean longevity, that could be debated also because he only had 2 albums and then he died. He was murdered. So
yeah, but he died.
But he still, huh?
He died a legend.
Right?
Like,
No, he did. That's what I'm saying. See, this is very difficult. This is a very because then I would have to probably move Busta.
So here's another thing too,
because
you know Pac is that era.
Huh?
You know Pac is in that era. Well, let me remind you, Pac is in that era too. But what I will say about this, I can remember where I first heard Machiavelli. I first heard Machiavelli because Shave Shack Shy had beat me on some 911 shit. I called him back. He was like, yo, you got to get to the crib. I got to do Tupac.
Right.
Yo, I jetted to his crib, ran up in his room. Yo, we sat like little kids with the CD playing song for song. We weren't even talking. We was just in there because that was the last thing, right?
Yeah, see, so now
that's the only Tupac album I like.
Everything about to change then.
Yeah.
It is. Cause I gotta redo my whole list now.
Yep. So I
mean, with those 3 criteria, the lyrics,
yeah,
the cultural impact,
yeah,
and the longevity.
Yep.
Yeah. So I love Busta. So this is nothing against Busta, but his cultural impact was not more than Tupac's or Biggie's.
Right.
And I love Bus, so okay. If we're looking at it from that perspective, then they're right. So this is tricky.
But this is what makes it a little difficult too, because I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Side of the East Coast West Coast beef, the movies Pac did. Busta did movies too. You know what I'm saying?
He did. I know. See,
Busta survived a fucking murder hack movie. Busta survived Halloween and Michael Myers.
Right.
Listen, I'm not gonna let you give up Busta that quick for Tupac, only because Busta did movies and Busta made better albums.
He did. See,
and
now you got me rethinking this. You got me rethinking this whole thing because a lot of these people, I was only focusing on like 1 or 2 things, not 3. So.
Yeah.
I mean, Little Kim has to stay because she influenced a whole fucking generation of rap chicks.
Absolutely.
So that ain't cultural impact. And Kim was in movies. She acted too.
Yo, did you listen to Armani Caesar yet?
I have listened to it.
That don't remind you of Kim all day?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Still in 2020. Yeah, y'all gotta give Kim her flowers because I mean, always. All right, so boom. All right, I got Kim. I got Nas. I got Outkast. I got Jay. I got Redman.
I'm circling them as you're saying them, and I'm like, she hasn't mentioned Redman.
I did say Redman. I said Redman. I brought him in this discussion.
I know, but this is the new list, so I just was trying to see. I was just inquisitive to see about
that's yourself. 5 so far. Outkast, Kim, Nas, Jay, Redman. So I only got 2 more slots. So between The Roots, Biggie, Tupac, and Busta Rhymes. Wow.
Where you going?
I only got 2 more slots.
That's it. Yeah, 2.
Yo, I swear I'm gonna pick a dope ass beat to put right here. We go in the head.
All right, Biggie and Busta, final answer. That's it. We not doing nothing else. There ain't no going back.
All right,
so
and you see that list is mostly Brooklyn, so
you know what the crazy thing is? You know, you being from the South, you had no mentions of T.I.
because he was later, he was still late in that he was at the end.
Yeah, I think not. Yeah, T.I.'s like 2002. I think he comes in at the end.
He comes in, but then we have Nas. We on the beginning we let them slide, but on the back we're not gonna let them slide.
T.I. is not more impactful than Nas. I mean, what are you?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as far as letting an MC roll over with the time of a year or so shy of, because you can't.
What year did? Okay, I know. Trap music came out in 2002, right? I think trap music came out 2002.
All right, hold on. Let's ask Google. Let me see what's popping.
Yeah, I think trap music came out, and that's the one with Dope Boys.
Google, when did trap music come out by T.I.?
3.
August 19th, 2003.
Okay, well then bye, T.I.
Yeah, so that's out of that discussion.
Right.
So what's that 7 looking like?
The 7 is looking like we have. This is star 7. Everyone, here we go. And I'll put them in the order that she really wants them to be in. Redman.
Nas.
Busta Rhymes.
Little Kim.
Outkast.
No, Outkast gotta go before Busta.
Okay. Jay-Z.
I mean, is this an order or this is just?
No order. No order.
Okay, yeah, Jay.
The 7 is hard enough.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah. Okay, so you have Nas, Redman, Outkast, Jay-Z, Lil' Kim, Biggie, and Busta Rhymes. Those are your.
That's a solid 7, man. That's very solid.
I mean, I feel so bad for the people. I feel.
Yeah, you was on the cutting block tonight. If you wasn't chopping down.
She looks stressed out.
And I mean, I love Tupac. I mean, Tupac is one of my favorite artists of all time. You know, I love the Roots, especially Malik B. Malik is my favorite. He was always my favorite in the group.
R.I.P. to Malik.
Rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace. Peace be upon him, Malik B. And who were the other people I had to cut?
You cut Missy.
Yeah, I mean, my bad, Missy. Because I mean, I like party music too. But if we
Rod Digger.
Nah, Rod Digger didn't get a place.
Kind of longevity.
I was just joking.
Yeah, Rod one of the illest always. Now.
Yo, but let me tell you, man, when Dirty Harriet dropped, I was listening to Supreme Clientele, Dirty Harriet. I was listening to whatever
Dead Prez. I know Dead Prez album because I was listening to Dead Prez, Supreme Clientele, Dirty Harriet, and then the Reflection Eternal album.
Yeah, that had came out. Yep. So at that point, nobody was seeing Rod Digger like ever at that point. Nobody. It was a rap. Like it did what she would do. You know, her joints like "Stay Up in the House" with her and Busta off the Genesis album. That is one of my favorite songs to just, man, listen. I gotta have that up in the car. Like when that comes on in the V, it's crazy. I'm hitting 80, catching a speeding ticket. It's a rap. I love that song. But I love Rod Digger, and I just hope to. Actually, I'm gonna keep it real. I hope to meet Rod Digger. Maybe Shad. Maybe we should throw her a Hail Mary, see if she catch it.
Yeah. Why not?
We got this far.
We got Star. Hey.
Hey.
Yo, this was, yeah, y'all. I really didn't. Yeah, this takes a lot of thinking, a lot of thought.
Oh, and look, listen. With the thinking and the thought, we would also like to extend for you to come back on, maybe after you take some thoughts, maybe, when you're next bill, maybe a month, maybe you just take some time, maybe you revisit this when the series is over, and maybe give some like a revamp, like, hey, I was on and I thought this, but I thought that kind of thing. We're trying to do that with the artists that we're gonna have. So you'll have plenty of time to think about this, because you're gonna think about this for a little bit.
Yeah, because because the roots, I'm like, ooh.
And I love everything that Black Thought is doing right now. I love listening to everybody. When I'm pulled up at a light and the song come on, they talk about the most powerful Black man in the world. You know what I mean? And I be I'm ignorant, right? So I got the windows down. I'm still like 18 in my head. I got my music up and everybody can hear the greatest Black man in the world. I got my feet, you know what I mean? God, like every goddamn body. All right, my bad. I shouldn't be acting like that. But that's what real hip hop does. So, I want to take this part to big you up, and please tell all of our peoples that rock with us how they can rock with you.
Yeah, your hand.
STAHHR. It's pronounced star, and the two H's that are there to differentiate me from the other stars, and also let you know that I am about hip hop, like point blank period. I'm a hip hop baby, and star on everything. Well, not everything, 'cause I'm not on everything. On Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, STAHHR, on YouTube, STAHHR. The music, is on all the digital service providers under Star. I don't have a Twitch or any of that type of face Snapchat. I don't do all that shit.
We at there too. I mean, IG and Twitter for most part.
That's enough. I don't want you to be harassed on every fucking platform. Yeah. You can only get me on 3.
Yeah. I just deleted my Facebook and Reem like, yo, how you gonna do that? We got a podcast, so we're gonna figure it out. But I can't have that in my
what I did, I created a dummy page to run my Star fan, like the Star music page. I deactivated my personal page last June. I just reactivated it to promote a video that I just put out.
Oh,
so I was gone for over a year, but I created a dummy page that nobody knows is me, and I use that page so that the music page can still be it can still have a moderator or whatever.
All right. What's that video you got out?
For the song No Doubts. No Doubts is a single produced by Crazy DJ Bizarro. He and I together are a group called 730. And we dropped our first single together in 2018. And so this is a follow-up to that, as we still working on a project together. And we had these songs, they had been sitting since we did the first single, and we decided to put them out. So we did a maxi, like a with a double B side. And so No Doubts is that lead single, and that's what the video is for. And one of the B sides, which has gotten a lot of really rave reviews and a lot of support from one of your homeboys from Long Island, none other than Mr. Chuck D, the legend.
Yes, sir.
Has, said that the B side to No Doubts, Barbarella, was his anthem of the summer, his favorite song of summer 2020. He's still rocking with it into the fall now, and he has been pushing and promoting the song and playing it on Rap Station 365 and just showing me so much love, and Bizarro so much love.
Wow.
So the video for that is coming too. So No Doubts is on my YouTube. Pete Rock posted it on his Instagram TV, and it's on his Facebook. It's on vibemagazine.com. The editor-in-chief posted right. So yeah, it's directed by Sharif Scott, Directors Inc. Films. Big up Sharif. So it's a wonderfully shot video. It's a love song. It's a love story. So like in my mind, like an ideal Black love, vibration. That's what I wanted to put out into the universe right now because of the state of the world and all the things that we have gone through in 2020. I wrote the song in 2017, but I'm like, right now is the perfect time to put this song out.
Right.
Just to add some calm to the sea, to just balance it out. Because of Black men and Black women are we are at war with each other right now, but we're at war with the world still. It's really not great between us. And for all my Moorish family out there, when I say Black, I'm using that word because I don't have time to sit here and explain fully.
Absolutely.
I don't want to confuse people when I'm trying to give them the jewel. They can listen to Mother's Milk and they'll get the Moorish science there. So
there we go.
I balanced it all out.
There we go. That's what's up.
We use it in Black because it's a term that we can all relate to, because all of us are not there. But I mean, it is my duty and obligation as a Moor to clarify that.
So
We're not in court. We're not in court. we're not dealing with that in a status and legal term right now. I'm just saying that because it's a term that more of our people understand.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we got to reach them however we can. So
right.
That's what it is. Yo, Shy, I love you, my bro.
Love you too, brother.
Yo, I'm excited about this episode. I'm really excited about putting this out. And that's the hard part of this, right? Because we want to do it right. So we're working on all the content now, and then, we'll start promoting it and putting it out.
Okay. So how much editing are you going to do?
Yo, not much. My idea is to
I'm gonna look like the maniac.
Oh no! This is so official.
Right, you was like this for like 30 minutes.
I mean, because it's stressful, y'all. Y'all don't know my struggle. I'm gonna have to go take a shot of Uncle Nearest when I log off of here.
Yo, shout out to Uncle Nearest, man. That is a great Black-owned alcohol. If you like bourbon, it's smooth. I've never had anything smoother than that. Shit is crazy.
Oh, that's smooth to you? Wow, that should be knocking me. I'm like, it burns all the way down. It burns.
Listen, I've this gray hair that I've earned. Yeah, like this is official. Hennessy tastes really good. Straight.
Wait, did you see the way it came down? Like the Hennessy was going down. He went.
I drink rosé, so I mean that's my drink of choice, rosé. At this point in my life, that Uncle Nearest was a lot for me. A friend of mine got it for me for my birthday. We're both from Tennessee, so that was, like this, so that I appreciated the sentimentality in it. But that stuff is strong. I'm gonna have that bottle for a very long time.
Man, listen, if we ever get the opportunity, we'll bring you one if you haven't already knocked it down. But you got the T-shirt; it's coming your way. We'll discuss that through email.
Right.
And yo, Shy,
Star, let's get Star. What size T-shirt would you like for whoever you want to give it to, or if you're gonna rock it? What size would you like?
I'm rocking. I ain't giving nobody my shirt that I won.
All right, no doubt.
My blood, sweat, and tears. I'm just medium.
A medium. Okay, we got you.
Yay.
We're gonna be sending out the T-shirts all together. We have so it's like a kind of like a contest too. We have some people that were sharing and following content, and we're sending out some T-shirts to them as well. So we're putting together a pack of T-shirts and maybe some like a little gift bag or something for you guys.
Dope.
Yeah.
I
definitely.
feel like y'all are my brothers now. I done went through this with y'all. Like we friends forever now. After
Yes.
Y'all had to walk me through the gauntlet. Nah, because this is real. Like, this is real shit. This is our culture.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, everybody can't be in the 7, so somebody has to not make it.
Right, and on top of that, like, yo, again, just being a kid of hip hop, you know, I'm talking about my heroes. You know what I mean? I'm talking about my heroes from EPMD and Eric Sherman, the Black Sheep, to Kendrick, to you know, shout out to Black Milk. You know what I'm saying? I love Black Milk. I really wish that he could be a part of this discussion. You know what I mean?
Elzai, exactly. Sean Price. I mean,
have you?
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So what I do hope that comes out of it, Star, is that as we're doing this and we're going through all of these different MCs with everybody else, that these names, people will check for them. You know what I mean? Even if they don't make the list, just to be in that discussion. And that's what we're really building this for, to keep it in a nutshell, is to share, you know, definitely put our voices out there on the things that we believe in. But more importantly, we just want to put people on, man, because, you know, again, me and Shy would travel all through New York, you know what I mean? And we ain't never had beef or nothing crazy like that. We was always the cool guys that was spreading love with everybody. But the thing that always connected us to everybody once we really started to chop it up was it was hip hop. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's why, like, I know that love I get from the tri-state area, specifically from New York. I always was embraced. Always. Like, oh, how you end up down there?
Yeah.
I take you back. I mean, that's how it was. I got strong arm. Like, nah, you rolling with us. So that's where the love always came from. You know, I mean, the thing about being from a region that didn't at the time, like, I mean, Outkast didn't come around until, again, you know, 94. So all the hip hop I really listened to up to that point was either East Coast or West. And most of the pieces of Transplant City. So most of the people, when I started rhyming, it was mostly New Yorkers, people from New Jersey.
And see, we got lucky because as cool as, man, I really wish that Scoob could have been here on this. And I wish Taraji could have been on this. Taraji grew up in Pennsylvania as a young kid before he moved to Houston. So we all are very definitive in our own opinions. Like, if it wasn't for Scooby, I probably wouldn't know who, well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have known him as soon. Not Outkast, but Goody Mob. Scooby brought Goody Mob. Scooby brought the first Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for him, and I was doing him, I would be like, nigga, you out of your motherfucking mind. I'm about to play this motherfucking Jay-Z. And he would be like, nah, nigga, you need to check this out. So Shy would be the same way. Shy would come through with something different. And I would be like I said, he called me when he got the Tupac CD. I wasn't buying Machiavelli. I was interested in hearing it, but I wasn't gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I remember calling me because Janae had a dope ass song. Sending My Love to You, I think was the
that is a.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanna bring that feeling back because, look, man, no disrespect to anybody, but you can't tell me Quilly Chris can't be top 10 this year with his new album. That shit is dope. And whoever he collabed with, I forget the other kid's name, I feel like the only thing that he did was he made the music beautiful. If you listen to his joint with Jean Grey or his joint prior to that, Being You Is Great, I Wish I Could Be You More Often, these albums all had a dope theme to them. They all had really dope, gritty, hard boom bap beats on them. But this last one, there's more keys. It's just a little more pretty. It's the same concept. The sound is just a little more pretty, and I can still appreciate it because it's still QC. You know, so when I look at that, I look at it different. We just did a review on Nas, on the new Nas album.
I
absolutely love it. I absolutely love the album. I do. I love it.
So if you checked on Twitter during the first week it came out, they either loved it or they hated it. And if they hated it, they hated it.
Right.
And we opened the discussion like, first off, before we even get into the reviewing this shit, do y'all even know who the fuck Nas is?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And then it's like, what do you expect from him at this point in his career?
Yeah, I don't want to hear Illmatic 2020. I don't.
No, we ain't doing that.
I'm not interested in that. I think what he did matched exactly where he is right now in his life, the things he was talking about, the subject matter. And I loved it. The more I listened to it, the more I loved it, because whatever, everybody always got something to say about beats. But lyrically, Nas was, woo, you couldn't fuck with it. And as a grown-ass woman, listening to him talking about relationships and, you know, black women and his kids and the range, the dexterity that he had, come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to Clue for old verses, man. Listen to the Clue tapes for old verses. I ain't mad at him. I mean, again, you see what I'm wearing, so.
I want to bring up a point so bad, but it's a point that I brought up in another episode and that you need to see. But just remember, we're going to bookmark this. We talk about and compare two songs, and I'll give you them, which are Black Girl Lost and Till the War's Won. So those that time, which is 24 years, I believe.
Yeah, because Black Girl Lost was 96. It was rich. Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's just, you know, something that we spoke about in the other episode, and something else that you mentioned as well, and it comes up in these conversations, and I think that it's going to not set the tone so much, but you know, have these are going to be continuous conversations and questions and same scenarios, but it's different to see everybody's perspective and point of view on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Coming from different places though, but hip hop is hip hop. Love hip hop. Love hip hop.
And this is what we do, man. This is what we do on the International Reign Supreme Show. I am your host, Kareem Sean. You can follow me on Twitter, where I'm most active at Reem Supreme Show. Everything else, just head over to our website. You'll be able to find links. You can upload music. You can use the Facebook Messenger to holler at us. I'm not sure who's going to respond to Facebook Messenger. Hopefully they can read. And know how to respond without using, you know, all these short words, like taking out the vowels and shit. Hopefully we'll understand that. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much. You could have been like, yo, I don't know y'all. You could have went to like the gram and been like, yo, they only got like 200 followers. I'm not doing it. We appreciate you.
I'm not that type of person. It was your concept, and then I saw, you know, you had like my family. You had DV. You had Try, you had Chip Fu, so that was just a no-brainer.
Appreciate that. And that's the other thing too. Like, my name is my name. You know what I'm saying? We grew up where that meant something. And if I'm gonna put my stamp on it, it's gonna be official, and you'll know it's official by the time you get through with it. You know what I mean? So that's why we here. And again, I appreciate you so much for rocking with us. And I'm excited about promoting this, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna show one picture of you looking fly and smiling, and I'm gonna show another picture of you looking stressed.
They got me like this, y'all. They made my hair turn gray. You see them gray?
Yeah, good times.
Word, but much love, and we'll keep you in the loop.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great.
I'm gonna follow you on Twitter, because I'm actually more active on Twitter too.
That's
okay.
a bet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to follow you.
Shave Shack Shot IG and Twitter here.
Okay, it was so nice meeting y'all. Y'all have good energy. I love it, and I really appreciate being part of this. I think this is a great concept. So I look forward to seeing how it all pans out.
Thank you so much. We appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
this woman named STAHHR, STAHHR, and also DJ Crazy Bizarro. Yo, man, she did this cut called Barbarella.
They ain't ready, steady aim at the target. I'm flooding the market, a break from the garbage. An artist, sensitive about mind pardon. No margin for error, flawless be rarer. The black cat goddess, you walking with a panther. Painting these pictures with words like Samantha.